What's going on there, friends? My name is M23, and welcome back to another exciting episode of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask for the Nintendo 3DS. We wrapped up last time. We got to Woodfall, we stuck around Deku Palace in the Southern Swamp, and now here we are. We are at the front entrance of the very first dungeon of the game, the Woodfall Temple, and since this game doesn't have very many dungeons, what I decided to do was, for every dungeon, we're gonna have a guess. So, the first guess of the LP is...
Hey everyone, it's Nika. I don't upload videos to YouTube anymore. I'm a Majora's Mask randomizer speedrunner / racer, so I'd say I'm pretty well versed in this game, specifically the N64 version though. So hi.
Alright. So, what are your thoughts on this game? Like, not just specifically to this version, but like just Majora's Mask in general.
Majora's Mask is very easily my favorite Zelda game. I can tell you that without any doubts. There are many issues with it, but they're just minuscule nitpicks, so I don't really count them. But if we want to go into this version specifically, there are many questionable changes that no longer are minor nitpicks.
Yeah, so, alright, so this is the first dungeon. The temples are back in this game from Ocarina of Time, and, the temples are very different in this compared to the temples in Ocarina of Time. As you're going through every dungeon, you're going to be collecting these collectibles known as stray fairies. We've seen these already in Clocktown, and this time around, every dungeon will have 15 stray fairies. So sounds like quite a bit. There are some areas within every dungeon where you want to go a little bit out of your way just to collect these stray fairies. If you're just going through the game, then you don't have to worry about these, but the reward you get for collecting all these stray fairies is pretty nice, usually.
Yeah, so the one you get from this one, I'd say is probably the least useful. Like, it has uses, definitely, but not really.
Yeah. Something to note is, if you're playing along with me on the original version, then you're probably going to have different results than me, because what they did with this version is they changed some of the locations of the stray fairies. So, for example, like there will be a stray fairy somewhere like around here, but they changed that now.
Yeah, that stumped me when I was first going through this version. I'm like, wait, what? There's a new straight... They moved one? I was very confused.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've mentioned already in the previous episode already, but I have played the original version before this version, and realized some very strange changes. Ooh, I can hear the clock. It's about to turn it's about to turn the second day before we even complete this dungeon, but that's okay.
You're too slow, man. You gotta, like, speed up. Backwalking, I do recommend, because that is the fastest way of movement.
Yeah. But I'm trying my best, man.
You're putting in the effort, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm glad you're proud of me. Alright, should probably equip this, and also, I guess, do this. And equip nuts as well. Okay. Alright, so this one you gotta do a little bit fast.
I like how for, like, the previous Zelda games, the previous entries, your roll was like one fluid motion. And then, like, Ocarina of Time came out, Ocarina of Time 3D came out, it's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go back to, like, the very rigid physics.
Yeah.
Forgot how pretty this version was, though.
Yeah, I like the aesthetics in this version. Okay. Alright, so, with the, Great Fairy Mask that we got a long time ago, it actually attracts stray fairies. So, if, there's a stray fairy that's a little bit inconvenient for you to get, then, you can use the Great Fairy Mask to attract the stray fairies to go towards you. It's really useful in this, in basically every dungeon.
I also just want to note that you've already skipped the compass and the map.
Yeah.
Because, you know, who needs them? It's not like the game fills it out for you or anything when you visit a room.
Mm-hmm. And actually, it's, you could argue that that you probably would want to get the maps and compasses because they actually travel back with you when you go back in time.
That is true.
But, I personally don't like getting maps or compasses if I don't need to get them.
Yeah.
So, you play a lot of, you play a lot of randomizers, so how does seeing the intentional way feel after, you know, doing all these dungeons in a little differently than what I might be doing here?
It's very strange, I'll say that.
It's very strange.
Because this part of the dungeon you'll never see in Randomizer, usually.
Mm-hmm.
And
Also, what?
So logically, there used to be possibility for the boat to be here. Yeah?
Yes.
For the boat to be in the for the boat to be in the room, in the compass room. But the only way you could have gotten there was through going this route in reverse. But now, recently, with the new rules that change they've made to it, small keys in dungeons are removed, so that's been changed. You can't find the bow in the compass room anymore. It was really interesting. Yeah. Things were made really interesting.
Alright, I'm gonna go down here because there's actually a stray fairy in the bottom of here. So this is actually the floor above the first room, so you want to be a little bit careful and not fall down, otherwise it's miserable. Also get rid of that guy.
Petition to remove Dragonflies from Zelda in general, thank you. I really dislike these enemies. They like... I'll point it out when we get to the room specifically, but I'll show you where they can really mess with you.
Yeah. I think I might know what you're talking about. What, did I get him? Oh, I did not get him, of course. Oh, whoa!
Oh, that was scary. These platforms only move when you land on them in this version. You can probably notice. In the N64 version, they would move independently of each other. Oh no! Wait! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move!
Okay, okay.
Yeah, as long as you're bouncing on water and never hit solid ground, you will never have to climb back up.
Super unfortunate.
Well, you didn't really lose that much time.
Yeah.
You're still back here.
Yeah. Okay, but man, these guys are gonna be a problem now. Okay, hopefully I can get past this. Alright. Okay, there we go. Oh, I got both of them.
Double kill.
Okay, well, with both of them out of the way now, I can go through this room rather easily. Except now the platform cycle's gonna be a little bit off, but... Can I still make that? Okay, there we go. Alright.
You just made things very much easier for yourself.
Yeah,
Even if...
I guess.
Oh. Even if the platform's going in... Even if the platform wasn't stationary.
Okay. Alright. had to make that had to have some kind of interesting gameplay there, rather than just doing everything correctly all the time. Alright, so yeah, there's another stray fairy right there.
So, another thing in a randomizer, usually by the time you get to this point in the dungeon, I'll say when you enter the next room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we never hit that as well because it wastes time.
Yeah.
Usually by the time you get to this point in the dungeon... Oh yeah, this stray fairy, that's a new one they added in this game.
Yeah. They actually moved this, because this is actually the room above where you would get the other stray fairy.
By this point in the randomizer, you usually have the bow, so you don't have to go all the way around. There's a little eye switch on the other side of the room, you hit that, and platform rides for you, and you can come to like the top of the dungeon easily.
Mm-hmm. Alright, mini-boss! Alright, this guy's easy.
Jump slash,
Easy.
does more damage.
Yeah, I probably should have jump slash. Oh well. Either way, that was easy.
If you roll into them with the Goron and do the pound, the Goron jump pound thing, and they will die in one hit.
Alright, and there we go. That's the item of the dungeon, the bow. I know we were talking about the bow, but there it is. Whoa! Who would have thought we would have found it? All right. Yeah, so
There's more interesting stuff like there's a room in Stone Tower Temple.
Mm-hmm.
You know the updraft room. You know what I'm talking about, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a way to skip that, but only if you have the dungeon item. Oh, and that Deku flower is exclusive to this version.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's not in the default version.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will admit the furthest I've ever played of the original version is this dungeon.
You missed out on the best dungeon in its default version, Grape A. I should probably know Grape A Temple is my favorite dungeon in this game as well. I have lots of praise to sing about that one. A little known fact about this boss, you can actually throw bombs at them, and they will fall off the turtle.
Yeah, but obviously we don't have that. Although I probably could. Although I did have the option to get bombs, but if I did other side quests before this, but yeah.
There's one thing they could have done in this game: small quality of life change. You know how you have the Ocarina on the bottom left of the touchscreen?
Yes.
Why not, like, for the because you never use the D-pad in this game, I think, yeah?
Yeah.
Why not just, like, assign the masks to a D-pad button? Well, like Deku Mask, for example, assign that to a D-pad button, as well as the other two that you'll eventually get.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I've said too much already, who knows? I mean, this game's from, like, what, 2000? I think everyone knows about this game at this point.
Not me. I didn't really hear about this game until, like, maybe 2011.
Okay, so some people are behind, but still.
Yeah. Alright, so we get the item. Alright, so we get the boss key, which you'll obviously need in order to fight the boss. So now that we got the boss key, it's time to beat the dungeon, right?
Wrong. We have to search for stray fairies, cause those do exist.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, so one thing we can do is this here. We can actually shoot arrows through the torches in order to light up another torch. So we could essentially create our own fire arrows this way. And then now it turns all the water down on the bottom floor into fresh water because that makes sense. Alright, this. Ooh, first try.
Nice work.
This is the power of gyro aiming.
Something I'd never the luxury of. Definitely the gyro aiming definitely makes this game much easier. I'll say that.
Yeah, definitely. Now, there is a way you can actually get around here without having to fly, but collision's kind of weird, so I just kind of fly around instead.
There was an old strat. Oh, he died. Okay. There was an old strat regarding that that torch that no one does anymore, where we would do that room. We would do the compass chest last, because that used to contain an item. Yeah. Well, because it does contain an item, but it used to be blocked by a key. But now, because the keys have been removed, we don't have to do that. We do that room first. And after exiting, we would hookshot that torch, and then we would... Yeah, we would hookshot the torch, and then jump back to where that door is. So this is the room with the dragonflies I mentioned. These things will hit you off. Like, if you look at the floor for a sec.
Oh.
So yeah, usually what we do is we jump here where the Deku flower is and stand on the Deku flower close to, yeah, kind of around there, close to the platform. Then we can just hookshot up there. It skips having to do this whole puzzle thing. And dragonflies mess everyone over when you're going fast.
Alright, so that's 13. Gotta find 2 more, which are actually in this room. I see one of them right there, and here's another one. Whoa, that was crazy.
Oh, honestly, I thought you were forgetting one. Because in 64 there was in the 64 version, there is a one under the walkway thing.
Yes,
before
yes.
the compass chest.
Yeah, they changed that one.
I'd very much preferred if they kept that one and removed the one that was inside the sculpture, personally.
Yeah, some of the stray fairies you'd have to check pots, go through, look under grass, kill some enemies, and yeah, they really make you explore these dungeons in order to find all the stray fairies. Instead of just, like, going through just the required rooms. But we're actually almost done with this dungeon. Oh, that was weird. Okay, well, we made it. Alright, so there's red rupees on those poles, but I'm gonna ignore them. And, wow, we actually went through this dungeon really quickly. Alright, time to fight the boss, I guess.
I like what they've done with this boss.
Oh.
Masked Jungle Warrior, Adalwa.
Alright, so, the dungeon music was pretty crazy, but now we have, this guy, chanting, Adalwa! Adalwa!
So, the dungeon bosses in this game have been completely, remade.
Yep.
For example, we'll see this eye. None of the dungeon bosses had that in the 64 version.
Yeah, so you have to fight the bosses a bit differently than some of than the original version, which is you know, for some people who are really good at the original version, will know that there's ways to actually cheese all the fights, and you can't really cheese them as easily in this version.
Yeah, like the boss of the second dungeon, you can literally just stand in one place, shoot them with arrows, and they will die. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah. And there we go.
But I think the best remodeled boss would be the one in the third dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Heart container, you don't need it.
Please, dude. Alright, but yeah, so at the end of every dungeon, we of course got a heart container, which gives us a new heart, so now we have 6 hearts. Yeah, so that was Woodfall Temple. Really short. I actually got through this a lot quicker than I was anticipating. But, yeah. And then, of course, when we beat the dungeon, we get this kind of mask right here. It's Adalwa's remains, and this is going to be very important. In doing so, you freed the innocent spirit that was imprisoned within this dark mask.
You just like carve off their face with your sword, you know, very simple. It's like that scene from The Office with the CPR dummy, and Dwight just carves off the CPR dummy's face.
That sounds brutal.
The CPR dummy doesn't really have that much feelings, as well, you know, despite the other cast of characters telling you the CPR dummy does have feelings.
Oh man, what's that? Ooh, what is that thing?
Looks like legs and a face.
Legs and a face. With
Oh, it has
arms
hands
too.
as well.
Wait, listen, it seems to be saying something. Could that crying be its way of teaching us some sort of melody? Don't you just stand there, get your instrument! Call us. That's what it's saying.
Tattle is such a great interpreter. They should just like get a job as an interpreter.
And now Woodfall is fresh and not poisonous anymore.
I still don't recommend drinking it though.
Yeah, probably not. Maybe it's still just a little bit contaminated. And then we end up here in this like lower floor of the temple. The 4 Tail talked about. Do you think that one of them was the spirit that was sealed inside that mask? Oh, hey, you were pretty good out there. Have you done this before or what? Maybe once or twice, I guess. Have you done this before?
Personally, I have done this many times before.
Many times before? Dang. No wonder you're better than me.
When you're gonna learn to do a recoil flip?
Please. All that stuff I did to you, your horse, I apologize. Well, I don't forgive you until I get my horse back. So don't hold it against me, got it? Okay. After that, our next step is in the mountains. We've just got to do something about that Skull Kid. Oh, looks like we heard something behind here. Cut through here. Ooh, hello. Who are you? Someone, pleased to meet you. I am the Deku Princess. Were you by chance asked by that monkey to save me? How did you know? Just as I expected. You see, your body smells a little bit like monkey. What?
What does monkey smell like?
Probably not very good. The monkey made it back fine after all. That's good.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah. I was worried that when I didn't come home, my father would think that monkey had kidnapped me. Yeah, well, I hate to break the news to you. Don't tell me. Are you serious? In red letters. Is Father actually doing that? Yet another hasty decision, Father? Well, we haven't any time to lose. Quickly, could you please find something to carry me in so you can take me to the Deku Palace? You can't just, like, follow me. It's not as simple as that. Come on.
You have legs.
You're better than this. Oh, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do this. I guess that just proves I'm good, because I didn't die. It's a
What proves that you're better? Go ahead.
What?
I was gonna say, just proves that you're better than everyone because you still have max health.
Yeah,
like
that's
full health.
That's true. Well, I mean, I did take damage in the fight, but the heart container healed me.
Actually, in the fight, I don't think you took any damage.
I didn't? Thought I did.
I don't think so.
Oh well.
Oh, okay, so in the N64 version, I don't think the Deku Princess did get added to the Bomber's Notebook.
No, yeah, this is a different thing. They usually do this for like every quest, but yeah. So with that being said, that's basically it. That is the Woodfall Temple. Is a really short dungeon. Later dungeons aren't going to be this easy, so that's something for us to look forward to later on. Yeah, so thank you, Retro, for hanging out with me. What did you think of Woodfall Temple?
It was good.
It was good? Did I do good?
You did great.
I did great? Thank you. I'm glad you think I did great. Probably not as good as you.
I mean, I skip over half the dungeon, so I don't really think I'm a fair comparison.
I guess. But, yeah, so, with that being said, that is going to be it for this episode of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and next time we're going to head back to the Deku Palace and bring the princess back to the palace, and hopefully by the time we return, the monkey's still okay. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Take care, everyone.